Hey guys, Claire here. In today's video, we're going to talk about all things Harry and Meghan. Congratulations are in order for Meghan's bestie Kelly, who has recently revealed that she is expecting. And after the heartbreak of the loss of their son, it's so wonderful to see Kelly and her husband and her family welcome this new bundle of joy. This photo is so cute and apparently taken by Meghan. Now, Meghan has been a busy bee releasing the holiday collection for As Ever, being a cover girl for Harper's Bazaar, volunteering with her family, and preparing for the release of the holiday special on Netflix, which we know will be out on the 3rd of December. Recently, it was revealed that As Ever has partnered with Godmother's Books to create a bookmark. So now you can shop their Honey Duo and a leather bookmark holiday bundle exclusively at Godmother's for a limited time. Now, I am a book girly. I have my Kindle, I have my tablet, but there's nothing like the feel of a book. And I really want to get my hands on that. I don't know how I'm going to accomplish that though. Now, along with this exclusive limited time leather bookmark, it was just recently revealed that Meghan has a new pop-up at Soho House in West Hollywood. Like I said, busy bee. And for those of you who have seen the Netflix documentary would have known about the sweet connection for the Sussexes. Harry and Meghan's first date was at the Soho House restaurant in London. Can't wait to see what else As Ever has in store for us. I feel like 2026 is going to be a huge year of growth. Only time will tell.
Happy Thanksgiving from the American royals. And how cute are these two showing up to do some good through Archewell. Obviously, she brought the rest of the family with her, of course. And they are just pretty cute, aren't they? I love watching them show up and show out for their different causes. And then I like also that they shout out the causes and give you donation links on their Archewell website, which is the criticism that I have for the other European royals, is that they never give you the tools to donate. They give you the name of the place. They show up with their cute dresses on in order to give their charities some PR, but they never go that extra step to say, here is what they need funding for, and here is how you can donate. Which, of course, these two do very well, and that is the lesson that the royals that are still in the UK could learn from these two. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you have a good one.
This week we've had royal commentators admit to two things that we've already known. First, that the palace royally messed up by treating Andrew better than Harry, which, duh. And also that William is difficult, with a bit of a temper. So when they were really trying very hard to make that Duchess difficult narrative happen, clearly that was merely projection.
Starmer will be out of number 10 before Andrew is out of Royal Lodge.
Do you know, and that is the difference. That is the difference between a democratically elected leader and someone entitled and blessed by bones.
I might be wrong, but that's what I think.
Are you coming out as a Republican, Tessa?
I'm not. I'm simply saying that our flaws, aren't there, with the hereditary system?
I think that for anyone who's kind of a monarch, I think the royal family is a pretty good thing. They've been there all my life and they seem to stabilise things. But my God, if you've got any doubts about it, Andrew is the absolute lever in that.
I don't think we can just pin too much all of this on Andrew. Right,
well, who else are you pinning?
Well, the whole family.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
I think the Queen's judgment, the late Queen, I'm afraid, I love her as much as I do. Some of her judgment on how Andrew was treated during that time after the interview, after the picture came out, Prince Harry was treated worse than former Prince Andrew.
Yeah, and do you know the difference?
I find that despicable.
And I do find that despicable, but also I'm 100% certain that I have seen this same fellow on several talk shows over the years saying some really despicable things about Harry and Meghan. So, did you find them despicable then, or they're only despicable now? Which one is it?
So the Daily Beast is saying that Andrew's behavior was enabled at the highest level, and we're basically going back in time to call the Queen a terrible mother because she indulged Andrew so much. Now, it's true that I have called the Queen a terrible mother as well. Prince Philip was a terrible father, and they did create this monster because they did enable him. But it's the was that's upsetting me here. It's the trying to tie it all to the Queen and King of the past. When we know that King Charles is also enabling this man. It took him years and years to strip him of his titles. Just in the past 2 years, he was trying to bring him back into the fold by having him come to those church walkabouts and all of that kind of stuff. And the greatest punishment that he could think of was to strip him of his titles and to hide him on another mansion on his property. He can still do all the things he wants to do, though. Hunting, riding horses, yada, 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 just out of the public eye. And not only that, but they are hiding him from the FBI and the U.S. House inquiry. Because make no mistake, if King Charles wanted him to be questioned by the FBI or the U.S. House, he would be. So not only was he enabled by the Queen, his mother, but he is still being enabled by the King, his brother.
What's he actually like, Robert? Is he going to be a good king?
Well, I hope he listens
difficult, doesn't
he's tricky. I think that there's no doubt that the king used to get on better with Harry.
Really?
There's
Why do you say that?
That's what I understand to be the truth. I mean, I think that the people that know them well said that was part of the heartbreaking side of this whole fallout was that the king and Harry should sort of see eye to eye more. They used to have more time. They should get each other more. Which I think with William and the king, there's always been clashes over the ivory of the royal collection.
Yeah.
Clashes over just little things.
The appearance of Prince George, I remember in a photograph on a desk they had a massive row about that.
He can be quite, not controlling, but he's a bit tricky. He's got a bit of a temper. Like
well,
most
you
people.
use the following words to describe William. You say he's occasionally been over-assertive, can be difficult to handle, with aides approaching sensitive matters carefully. Yeah. Despite his public composure, insiders describe William as prone to mood swings.
I think that's fair, yeah, as I wrote it. But also, I think that if you go and speak to a few people off the record, they would say that's probably being generous.
Like I said, that Duchess Difficult nickname was merely a projection. Also, there was recently an article saying that the royal family should follow Prince Harry's approach in a bid to connect with young Britons. I'll say this as nicely as I can, but I feel like there are different personality types, and some people are just very cordial, very charming, very warm, and are able to engage with people in a very authentic way. And it's not something that you have to follow, not some protocol that you have to follow, or some methodology with the end goal of achieving this connection, because that rings sort of inauthentic. And I feel like the younger generation, that's what they expect. That's what they want most. I mean, not to say that the royal family has definitely been trying to follow Prince Harry and Meghan's approach. I don't know how successful it has been. Lord knows they've been trying. But a while back, I remember seeing that there was some sort of event at the palace. Guess what they were including in one of the meals? Flower sprinkles. That one made me chuckle.
The funniest part of Tina Brown's recent interview with the New York Times is how she tries to have it both ways. So Harry apparently is not the brightest bulb, yet the monarchy is doomed without him. He's a failure, but also the only one that can fix the mess his father and the other brother created. It's like watching someone argue with themselves in real time. Let's be honest, Britain doesn't miss Harry the worker bee. The tabloids miss Harry the punching bag. The institution misses Harry the human shield. The royal rota, they miss the clicks, the drama and the access. And the media class, they miss the illusion that they could still shape the entire narrative around the monarchy. Tina talks about Harry realizing too late that he was born to be a prince. But Harry already tried that role. He's actually tried it. He was practically one of the few royals actively working. Unfortunately, Harry realized that that role of prince, it came packaged with racism that was directed towards his wife. It came with a press machine that wanted Meghan broken and a family that treated their own mental health issues like an inconvenience. So he left because he knew that staying would have destroyed his family. That's not stupidity, in my opinion. That is clarity. And the royalists cannot stand it. They need Harry as the charismatic buffer between the public and an increasingly unpopular king and future king. And they need Harry to be doing the handshakes and the sympathy tours, particularly the tours in Africa. Meanwhile, the other brother is practically melting down, and his wife is missing more work than she does in any normal year, which is very, very little. And we know that that prize award that the other brother takes around the world, we know that is flopping badly, and that award has been attacked by royalists and non-royalists alike. And the public right now is side-eyeing everything that the other brother and his wife do. So of course they want Harry back. And of course they're panicking because he has said he's not coming.
We know that Prince Harry has another unresolved case against the tabloids, and while the UK press continues to have an issue with Harry's litigious nature, they're essentially very mute on William and Kate's. Now, remember those photos of Kate and the family skiing on one of their numerous vacations for this year alone? Well, they ended up sicking their lawyers on the publishers of those photos. And I get it. Can't have people making the connection that, well, if you're well enough to ski, then you should be well enough to work.
Do you guys remember this photo of Kate Middleton? This is from earlier this year when her and her family were on a ski holiday. I remember seeing it on Reddit and on Twitter. It didn't really make major headwaves because, you know, the invisible contract was definitely at play, where they weren't really talking about the fact that that was their, third or fourth vacation that year. And I remember people talking about the fact that if she is clear to go skiing, then why can't she do royal engagements? Oh, Prince William and Kate Middleton sued over those photos. It says Kate Middleton and Prince William won legal case involving vacation photos with their 3 children, grossly intrusive. According to the article written in People magazine, they sued in the context of their children's privacy being invaded. That's pretty much what it sounds like to me, because it says that the couple considered the article to be grossly intrusive and began proceedings against the magazine's publishers as soon as publication on April 16th. A spokesperson for the royals warned that they won't hesitate to do so again in the efforts to ensure that their children grow up without undue scrutiny and interference. This is not the first time that Prince William and Kate Middleton have sued. They sued a few years back when photos featured Kate topless sunbathing in France was put out by a French publication. It's definitely interesting to me about the fact that the media and the public respect the fact that Prince William and Kate Middleton sued, especially under this context. But when Harry and Meghan do the same thing, they don't respect it, and they are met with vitriol.
It's time! I got my as ever holiday shipment today, or at least this is the 3rd shipment. So I want to unbox this one live. So let's get into it. Okay, so this is my final shipment. I ordered 3 different orders. Love that she includes this in every box. Love it. And true to form, all the stickers and everything have, you know what? So all the stickers are embossed with the logo, which I really love as a detail piece. So this is the candle, the second candle that I got. Scented candle number 519. This is the one that is in honor of her wedding date, which is May 19th. And it is Moroccan mint, cardamom, and tea leaves. Our signature scent, modern and elegant, love at first light. Okay. First candle that I got in this order, but not in this shipment, is candle number 084, which is her birthday, August 4th. And this one is Water Lotus, Sandalwood, and California Poppy. Elegant and earthy, the warm welcome of As Ever. I like this one better. The mint in this one is pretty strong. And I'm not a mint lover, but I wanted to see what it smelled like, so I got it. Next up is the As Ever Mulling Spice Kit, the spiced cider. Organic cinnamon, orange peel, ginger root, clove, allspice, and organic nutmeg. This is going to be really good for fall. Lastly, we have our trio of spreads: raspberry, which I have been waiting for since I missed the first drop, strawberry, which is brand new, and the orange marmalade. I already have one of those because that was in the earlier drop. And the piece de resistance is the champagne, which also has this embossed tab on it. I just love the detail of it. I don't know who I'm going to drink this of, but Brut Napa Valley Method Champenoise, which means that it was made in the style of champagne, and so it can be called champagne even though it doesn't come from the Champagne region of France because it's a California wine. I almost didn't get this, but I went back because, good Lord, if I missed it, I was not going to be happy. This is everything that I got for the holiday drop. I'm most excited about the champagne, the raspberry spread, which I have been dying to get my hands on since I missed the first drop. And I already really love the scent of this number 84 candle. It's the one with the Water Lotus, Sandalwood, and California Poppy. It smells so good. Oh, I never took anything out of the box. Oi! Let's see what the candle looks like. Very simple, very classic. Again, embossed with the As Ever logo. Hand poured. This, I'm gonna love this. I think I should probably go back and get another one of these before they sell out and we don't ever see them again. Happy holidays. And if you got stuff from the holiday collection, share. Tell us what you got and what you love.
Meghan Markle's home looks perfect, and the wild thing is we actually know what's in it. She's one of the few celebrities whose home we've actually seen up close, from her Toronto house, her TIG era photos, her hosting setups, and interviews she's done from her home. So a lot of her real items are public. I've even commented on the things in her house for magazine. And yes, she really did have a giant selenite tower in her living room. She really did use Soho home candles, Fortnum and Mason tea, and Aesop hand wash, and those big white Le Creuset pieces in her kitchen. And then there are the vibe matches, the white stoneware plates, the linen towels, the woven baskets, the neutral bedding, and the Soho House candle that got discontinued. So I found the closest one for you. If you want that clean, soft, quiet luxury, feng shui friendly, Meghan energy, crystals, kitchen, cozy home, this is the guy. I put all 25 items, her confirmed favorites, and the aesthetic matches in my LTK under Meghan Markle Home Favorites. Go shop it there, look up Talk Pop Shop, or click the link in my bio.
Happy holidays from my parents' backyard. Oprah's favorite things, Meghan's As Ever products, the 3-pack strawberry raspberry spreads, the orange marmalade, and then I added the wildflowers, the edible ones, and put it all on cottage cheese. So stay tuned, and here's a look.
Yeah, this actually happened. Queen Elizabeth's private secretary was ousted by Charles and Andrew back in 2017 and was replaced by a yes man who was just so incompetent that Princess Anne and Prince Edward wanted him fired back in 2020. Because that's what happened. This is Sir Christopher Geit. He was Queen Elizabeth's private secretary. Historian Robert Lacey described him as the firm's COO in his book Battle of the Brothers. And in the Palace Papers by Tina Brown, she states that Queen Elizabeth really admired Geit's ability to cut to the chase. Geit was able to rebuild inter-household trust after everything that happened with Mark Bolan. And Geit actually held a weekly team meeting essentially with each private secretary from Buckingham Palace, which is the Queen's office, Clarence House, which was Charles and Camilla, and Kensington Palace, which was Harry, William, and Kate. Guyt made sure that Prince Charles was kept in the loop to assuage his increasingly restive ambitions. However, that did not stop Charles from resenting Guyt and his power. Guyt had a keen antenna for the national mood, a former colleague saying that he had a finger on the pulse of the country better than anyone, including politicians. In 2017, all of that would change. In May of 2017, Guyt essentially called in everybody to let them know that Prince Philip would be retiring. And with Philip's retirement, with Brexit just happening less than a year before, he thought it would be best for everybody to come together under the Queen. Guyt essentially wanted to unify the teams, and this infuriated Charles. According to Robert Lacey, Charles had envisioned more power, not less. Charles also found an ally in his brother Prince Andrew, who Christopher Guyt forced to step down as UK Trade Ambassador back in 2011 for his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. Once again, Guyt knew. So after an internal power struggle, Guyt was out. And Guyt's successor was Sir Edward Young. Young had been Guyt's deputy for many years. Young was not a man to make waves. He did not want to stand up to blood family, and that suited Charles and Andrew perfectly. With Guyt gone, the central authority weakened. The rest of the family was increasingly doing their own thing. With Tom Bradby telling People magazine, the atmosphere has been fractious within the family, ever since those close to Prince Charles pushed out the Queen's long-standing and well-regarded private secretary. "There's no discipline," complained one courtier to the Sunday Times. "Everything leaks, and then everyone engages in swearing and shouting and blaming each other." This is why everything feels so messy. They are increasingly unwilling to hire anyone who might stand up and say, "This is not a good idea."
Tell me you're insecure about your husband's feelings without telling me you're insecure.
Tell me you're obsessed with Meghan. Oh my God, here I am again. Why am I here? You make it too easy for me, Lindsay. Also, tell me you're insecure about your looks without telling me you're using a filter.
Tell me you're insecure about your husband's feelings without telling me.
Anyways, you were saying insecurity? How?
Because in Meghan Markle's new Harper's Bazaar interview, she is once again aggressively reminding us all that Harry loves her so much.
Firstly, the use of the word aggressively, microaggression there. And secondly, I know it makes you mad, Lindsay, but Meghan loves Harry, Harry loves Meghan. Get over it.
Markle literally quoted, "He loves me so boldly, fully. No one in the world loves me more than him, so I know he's always going to have my back."
Right, I do this all the time. Is that a bad thing? No, just to people like Lindsay.
Who actually does this? I've never once hopped online and said, "Hey everyone, quick reminder, my husband totally loves me."
Lindsay, where is this husband of yours? Because you go on a dating show and you got kicked off in the first week, soz about that. You also run a podcast about dating. So if the dating world is so amazing and you're doing so well, where is his husband? Where is his husband? And there's the kicker.
Is anyone else getting, "Please believe he loves me" energy? Or am I alone on this island here?
You're definitely alone in your own echo chamber there, because look at your page. I'll just move there. Every video about Meghan. And look at those viewing numbers. Wow. Because what sells on TikTok? Hate does. And Lindsay, I'll end this with the usual. Stay bitter. Stay jealous. Stay mad.
And with that, we've come to the conclusion of today's video. Wherever you guys are, I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye! Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell.